Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So, in the last part, we went through the entirety of Route 5, and we are now just about to fully cross the Driftveil drawbridge. Which of course, it will take us to the next city where we're gonna be getting gym bench number 5. And that being Driftveil City. Now, either way, I gotta say, yeah, the music that plays, for Driftveil City is also fantastic. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I also really do love listening to this city's music. But then, after you come across this bridge, now we get introduced to the gym leader of Driftveil City. I'm Clay. I'm the gym leader around these parts. Don't be expecting no welcome now. Cause when we lowered that bridge, the Team Plasma guys, we'd caught, done escaped in all the ruckus. What a bother. We're grateful. We're grateful that you lowered the bridge. But how is it our fault that they escaped? You can say whatever you want. But what's important is y'all showed up, and then Team Plasma escaped. Maybe it's a little heavy-handed, but you ought to start looking for Team Plasma, for Team Plasma too. You're both talented trainers, aren't you? More so me than him. I tell you what. If you find Team Plasma, I'll let you challenge my gym. How life's all about give and take. I guess. Well, I suppose that's fair. But really, we have looked for Team Plasma, even if he hadn't asked. Yeah, probably. I could get stronger while beating that bothersome bunch. Ditto, I'll go on ahead. Well, yeah, you go ahead and do that. While I'm just gonna go around and explore around Driftveil City. Now, okay, so now as for Driftveil City itself, now there are some water that you can actually try to look for some Pokemon here. Now just by surfing, it is essentially the same as what we went through in Route 4. Yeah, that being Frillish, the fall form of Frillish, and the Alamamola. And then as for fishing in post game, now you can still find love discs here. But here's where you can also find Krabbies. But in Driftveil City is where you can find Krabbies and Chinchows. And if you fish within inside one of the rip-off bowls in the water, and it is where you can also find lanterns as well. So yeah, definitely some more variety when it comes to your water types. Now, inside this house, here's where we get introduced to the battle combo moves. That being Fire Pledge, Water Pledge, and Grass Pledge. Now these three moves can only be learned by your starter Pokemon, and if you actually utilize two starter Pokemon, let's say for example, a Pig Knight with Fire Pledge, which is what I'm actually going to be teaching my Pig Knight to, because, well, definitely will be a long while before my Pig Knight really gets to learn a really good, before my Pig Knight really learns a very good special attack fire move. So, yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of Ember now. So that I can at least have another more stronger move, a little bit more of a stronger move than Ember. But anyway, what's everyone? As I was saying, if you have a Pig Knight with Fire Pledge, and if you have a Surfine with Grass Pledge, and if you utilize those two attacks on the same turn, then a very special effect will occur. And those three moves are the only time where certain effects may occur if you actually utilize two different attacks on the same turn. But anyways, and one, as you can see now right in front of us, is where we can head inside a place called the Driftveil Market. And also that biker you see here. Now this guy may seem like just a regular plain old biker, but this guy is actually a very important person in this town. Yeah, and for those of you who have seen the anime, may know who this guy's name is. Yeah, and he's also going to be introducing us to essentially two new battle formats that were introduced within this generation. But I'm not going to battle him yet. Yeah, I'm not going to battle Charles. Yeah, that's that biker's name, Charles. Yeah, I'm actually gonna wait until after we're done with Team Plasma, because our team definitely needs to be a little bit more stronger before I even thinking about challenging that guy. Yeah, but anyways, everyone, now you're not gonna be able to get much in the Driftveil Market, because some may say they have sold out, or some say they may be busy and whatnot. But there are some stuff that you can actually get here. Now, first off, being the medical, we have the returning of the medical herbs that you can get. You have being heal powder, energy roots, and the revival revival herbs. So yeah. If you want to be able to get those, then you just need to go here. Now as for this guy, he will give you something good, but however he wants to see a Pokemon that is a level 30 first. And considering that none of our teammates have reached that level yet, which means I'm not gonna be able to get it yet. So yeah, it'll definitely be a while before we even think about getting anything from that guy. But anyways, everyone, now from this woman, she'll give you one bottle or 1 dozen of Mumu milk. So yeah, if you want to get some from Mumu milk, you just need to go here. And also for Driftveil City, I believe this is the location where if you want to have your Pokemon relearn moves, then you definitely need to go here. Yeah, and just like previously, Yeah, you do need to get heart scales if you want to be able to do that. Yeah, I believe this is the guy who does it, I think. Yeah, you know there are kinds of Pokemon. Yeah, different kinds of Pokemon that can learn different kinds of moves. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting the feeling that it is this guy. Oh no, never mind. But however, this woman, now she will actually, this woman here, she will give you a heart scale. Now now she will give you a heart scale for once per day. If you show her a Pokemon with a certain move, yeah, like for example, like you've seen here, yeah. Now she wants to see a Pokemon with the move for a Rock Tomb by the end of today. So yeah. But anyways, now okay. So yeah, the move that she wants to see from one of your Pokemon changes from per day. So yeah, essentially make sure that you have the right amount of Pokemon so that you can actually definitely get more of those. So that you can definitely get more of those heart scales. Or unless if you want to constantly fish for more love discs. Yeah, just like before. Yeah, if you want to get more and more love discs, then you gotta have heart scales. You have to fish for some. But anyways, everyone, now from this kid right here, now he says that he'll trade you his masculine if you're trading him for your Minchino. Now, this is essentially the game's way of telling you that you may want to get yourself a masculine before you even think about taking on. Well, more so, you essentially need to have a water type. A water type Pokemon before you even think about taking on the Driftveil Gym. So yeah. But however, the masculine that you get is different. Also dependent on the version that you're playing. Now he'll give you the red striped masculine in black. And he'll give you the blue striped masculine in white. So essentially, it is essentially the same ordeal. It is essentially the same ordeal as what we went. It is essentially the same as what we can actually surf or fish out on all by ourselves anyway. So yeah, it's not really all that special of a train, really. But however, now just like that NPC back in Nacrane City. You know the girl who wants to trade, the Contini / for a peddler with. Now, if you if you give that guy your Minchino, you get yourself into the post game. Then you can actually get to battle him as well, along with the Minchino that he trained with. Along with the Minchino that he trained for you, or that you trained with. But anyways, now from this guy, now here's where you can buy dusk balls. So of course, if you want to get some Pokeballs that you can easily catch in caves or at night, then definitely get those. Oh yeah, here's where you can get Bridge Mail D's, which. Yeah, it's obviously not exactly the biggest deal in the world. Okay. Now, I think the last house that we're gonna visit is actually, well, of course, aside from the Driftveil, aside from the Driftveil gym itself, yeah, is actually this house. Now, while this house doesn't exactly have any sort of importance, but for the sequels, definitely. Yeah, for those of you who have played Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, definitely know what I am talking about. But anyway, wait everyone now, anyways, now another thing about Driftveil City is that this is actually one of the few towns where cities where the weather itself does change depending on the seasons. Now, like say for example, now if you are going through like summer, spring, or autumn, then the weather will be raining. And if you are playing this game during the winter, then the weather itself will be snowing. So yeah, definitely take that and notice for when you actually get into the next months. So yeah. But anyways, now with this, and now with this house, yeah, essentially, it's the last building that we can enter, so we can try to find, a Team Plasma in. But, however, we did not find a single trace of them. But, however, there is one more location that we can go to so that we can actually try to find them. And that is in a place called the Cold Storage. And it is located right down here. And I think that's where I'm gonna end off this part. Yeah, it's probably the best anyway. And so, to the next part, I'll see you guys next time!